viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. That's a 2011 Honda Pilot up on the lift. Customer complaint was a noise in the rear and a shimmy in his brakes. The noise in the rear appears to be this right rear shock is pretty much blown right out of it. I haven't unhooked it yet. I threw the one on the other side. I'm going to show you guys how to change these. They're super simple. So we'll get that done, and then it just needs a front brake job. So I'll bring you along for that. I haven't had a brake job in a little while on the SMA channel. The official Honda hat, by the way. So these are pretty simple. We just unbolt the top of the shock. All zippy's that. One stud, one nut, one bolt, one nut, I guess it would be. Be surprised if there's anything left of this shock. Which I don't think there is. Like she done left town on us. Drive this car down the road, it sounds like there's a basketball back here. You just hear this tire back here. Every time you hit a bump. I threw a transmission jack under it, simply because the new shock was like a 1/16 of an inch shorter, so I had to, support the other side to put it in. That's how you're gonna be, huh? So I slobber these up pretty good with never seeds before I put them in. There she is. It's pretty well toast. Off and left. Same with the top bolt, I just slobber them up with never sees. Nope, gotta stick the train in. Like I say, you just miss it just that little bit. So I suppose if you're doing it at home, just floor jack. Just need that extra smidge. There we go. Gotta fine tune it a little. There's that one. A couple of Duggas, and she's a Dunsky. So that will do it for the rear. Should fix the problem. So we'll get started on the front brakes. Looking like a Honda salvage yard out in my parking lot this morning. Or afternoon, or whatever time it is. I think it's all I got out there. It's Hondas and Hyundais. Pull the 2 caliper bolts out first. So you can't wiggle this guy out there. Get a pry driver. These front brakes shake terrible. Just push the pistons back a little bit. Make sure everything looks good. Everything looks gorgeous. Make sure its caliper's good. Noise. It up out of the way. Pads are good and free. So there's about, I don't know, probably 50% of the friction material left, which the customer was aware of. caliper bracket off now. Kind of the same old, I'd say. Whoa! Everything went flinging. We should have gotten all new brake hardware, so I'm not too worried about it. These anti-drag clips that go in it, and then of course the new abutment hardware. Also, I'll show you that when we put together. So I'll make sure the pins are not seized up. If they're not, they look good. And now, we'll take the shaker off here, so we're going to use our impact driver. There's screws. Pull the rotor. Of course. This one's been greased in the past. I think we did brakes on this 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember what he said. Must have been a while ago because this is old Castle muscle grease. I don't think I've used that in about 4 or 5 years. But it does make doing the job the second time much easier, as you can see. Alright. Cool. Bracket's cleaned up. I throw it in the sandblaster like we've done in every other brake job video. So you guys are probably getting the process at this point. If not, if this is your first time to SMA, you have to clean up the caliper bracket where the pads go. Otherwise your pads will seize and then it will shorten the life of them. In this case, the vehicle has some warped rotors. The pads weren't seized, just high speed and overload, I guess. We're going to take and lube these up behind the abutment clips. And this is critical, at least in the Northeast, to keep rust from forming behind them and pinching the pad. So at this point, we will just top on our new hardware. Them stuck on there. I'm not going to put the pads on just yet. Take and pull out the pins. We're going to wipe the old grease off. Now if your pins are all crusty at the top here where the rubber seals, you do have to wire wheel that off and get that cleaned up. Just going to kind of wipe off the old grease. Give a layer of some new stuff. And then up top where the rubber goes, just go around that. That'll help keep that sealed up and keep it from getting all crusty. And don't overdo it on the grease, just FYI. Burp the air out of them when you push them back down. If you want, you can get a brush and clean out the whole, the whole caliper bracket there, if you'd like. If you see a lot of contamination in there, dirt and junk, well, then you're going to have to. Otherwise, just a light film of caliper grease, silicone grease, whatever you use. Stick that on there. Now it's good to go. We'll open up the rotor. Is it a new line from Napper or what? They came in a different box now. Let's see. Still Chinesium like every other rotor. This comes with a lot fancier packaging. Oh, you can smell the stink. Oh yeah, wow, they're pungent. Whew! That's that Chinese air, let it out. Oh man. Oh, they're strong. Fancy. Man, I don't know what it is they coat these things with. Let's see here. I Caliper. Screw holes. Find a screwdriver. I just had a used car guy drop off a car. And I work for a lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot. I work for several used car guys. This one is one particular I don't care to work for. Always losing money. Oh, I'm not going to make any money on it. Like it's my problem. I shouldn't gripe about it, but oh. Almost empty, fellas. See if we got enough. We'll pop the rotor. You know what I mean? The one of those guys is always blaming the last guy who worked on it type thing. Bought this Impala, I don't know what year it is. Looks like maybe 11 or 12 from the auction. Everything was beautiful when he got it. Oh man, just everything worked, gonna sell it. One of his grandbaby's friends is gonna buy it, not making no money. Took it in for an oil change, and now the door locks don't work, it leaks oil, the trunk doesn't open. You know the story, or perhaps you don't know the story. He knows it's simple, whatever it is, it's gonna be simple. That's always the story too. How much is it gonna cost? That's what they always want to know. What's that gonna cost you? Do you have any idea? No idea, fella. Guess we gotta look at it first, right? Maybe it'll make for a good video, who knows? Oh, I'll find some pads here. So let's slip our pads on. They're slipped on. Now, here's the critical part. My grandma taught me, don't go put your anti-drag clips on just yet or you'll be fighting this little guy. So I'll show you what I like to do. Let me get you over here. Optimal viewing angle. Our caliper's already clean. Get some work going on here too. This is getting serious. We're going to take and put our upper caliper bolt in. If I can figure out how to do that. So get that in. Just finger tight's fine. I'll swing our caliper up by the way and just leave it there like so. And we'll prepare our caliper. Remember I grease all metal to metal contacts. That keeps the squeaking down to a minimum. And it also keeps it from building up rust on the piston faces and on caliper ears. You can grease the pad or grease the caliper either way. All works out the same. Now is when you install these little guys. So put one side in. Make sure you're holding your pads because it's going to want to come out on you. So put the top one on and then the bottom, or the bottom and then the top. There's no real written rule about this, but just hold them and then swing your caliper down. That way you don't have to fight them, you see what I'm saying? You learn that after you drop them on the floor 7 or 8 times. Put our caliper on. Easy on the ugga-duggas on these. Alright. And then go back through and double check your torque, factory specs, and all that stuff. So your caliper should, you know, if the pistons are in all the way, it should move in and out freely. And that's pretty much it. We're going to torque the wheel on. Don't forget to pump up your brakes, or your butt cheeks are going to bite that seat on your first little test drive out of the shop, as you can't stop. Just pump up the brakes, check the brake fluid, flush the system if you feel necessary. And then it's time for a toot around town. Smells like Mrs. O is making a lunch in there though. We'll go surprise her. She loves being surprised. What's up, Mrs. O? I came in to surprise you.
Yay.
It's like 95 degrees out there and you're in here with a shawl.
It's not a shawl.
You got that baby blazing. What is it then?
It's
like a sleeveless
sweater.
Throw? Is it like a backwards snuggie?
like a sweater vest.
It's a sweater vest? What you got going on over here?
Cooking.
Okay, what we got? Let's see.
Broccoli, that's all you're having.
Broccoli?
Yeah.
Broccoli done 10 minutes. Isn't that what they tell us? What we got over here?
Kale.
Kale. broccoli and kale, and then you're eating all the meat.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is that like grass-fed, free-ranged, fully organic? It is? Nice.
It's not.
It's not? Oh, so you're feeding me the crap? What do they call it? The red slime? Isn't that what the government was feeding our children in school? So it's always about the government, man. All right, we're going back to work.
Okay.
What are you doing, Cherry? What show you watching?
Bonk.
Bonked? No. You got poor Sheba down here, smelling the meat. Nothing, Sheba? Look at her. Your dog wants a little snack. Don't forget to pump up them brakes, baby. Alright, brakes are pumped. I'm pumped, you're pumped. Take it for a little shake before you couldn't keep this thing in the road even through town. Oh, here comes Mrs. O. What's up, Mrs. O?
I gotta go get the boys.
Oh! Alright. I'll continue on here in a minute. You don't want to talk to me. Get the camera.
What?
What?
The burgers are cooking.
So, no, I've got to play cook?
Yeah, we just make sure they don't burn. If they get ruined, we know whose fault it is.
You know me. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Pick up your brothers? Huh? You getting your teeth yet?
What?
Oh, they're coming through. Getting them chiclets, huh? Alright, hurry back. I'll shut this thing off. We'll wait. Don't worry.
Check the burgers in like 5 minutes.
$1 waiting on a dime here. Quick like a bunny. Okay. Gotta lock the gate now. She even knows how to open it. Are they even cooking? They don't look like they're cooking. She's crazy. I guess while we're waiting for Mrs. O to get back, we're gonna look at this Impala real quick here. Nope, no locks there. Where's the lock button? So you hear the relays clicking, and then the door chime goes off. I hear the relay clicking in the back. Alright, so that's interesting. Probably some kind of power feed issue or something. I think these are off circuit breaker, don't they? Mechanically it works. He said the trunk does not open either. That's true, no keyhole. Work in here. No, it doesn't work in here, so probably some kind of power feed issue. Like I said, you can hear the control side of the relays clicking. Let's have a listen. Yeah, you can hear it. Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen down here. And what do you know? Somebody's been in here. So what's that tell us? Don't tell us anything. Some circuit breakers. Alright, lots of clicking. What's this say? Heated seats, auxiliary amp, cluster trunk, airbag, power mirror, sunroof, XM, door lock, 25 amp. Let me set you down. So which one is that? Door lock, 25 amp. That's this sideways one down here. Can't get it out. Can we use the key? Come on, little fella. Nope, she ain't smoked. So that's good. Make sure it's in the right hole. And it is. So it's highly unlikely. Ah, now I can't get it in. Talk nice to it here. Oh, now you did it, you ding dong. I dropped it down into no man's land. Great. Got it. Just kidding. I went and got a new one. I'm not going to dig out this whole panel to get a fuse back. What I'm going to do. Thought pliers would make this job easier for me. Clearly it is not. What am I doing wrong, fella? Was that in the wrong slot to begin with? No, it wasn't. Okay. Let's see. Let me grab a ground here. I grabbed us a test light. If it's anything super major, we're going to have to make a new video here. Let's just see. There's a test light. We're hooked to ground. Don't got any power on anything. Got power on that one. Got power on that side. Power on that side. Still no door lock, so perhaps we got some crappy relays. Hard to say. At this point, fellas, we're going to be looking at a new Vigeo. Just thought we'd check it real quick. That doesn't really click on because that sucker's broke. Awesome. I guess we better go check the burgers. I'm not so sure she turned these on. I'm thinking if I want to eat lunch, we'll probably turn this on. There, I set it on nuclear. There, that's over. Mrs. O is back. Lunch has been had. Now it's time to take it to the Impala. That should be a good one. Appears to have power on the fuse, and that fuse feeds the relays, and we hear some relays clicking, but nothing's happening. I don't know. Take your guess. Let's see how this little guy does now. Before he hit these little minute bumps, and holy smokes. I mean, now it's 100 times better. Did a brake job on a Camaro. Took that thing for a ride. Notice on our test drive, camera is shaking all over the place. So I don't think I'll be able to use the test drive footage, which kind of sucks. Need to come up with something different for the camera riding in the car. As you just set the tripod on the center console or on the seat or something. That one I set it on the floor. Had too much Chevy Thunder, I guess. What the heck are school buses doing out? I think they were going a little fast. Well, that's it, folks. I do have to come up with something a little different from a test drive. Maybe I'll get a dash cam and incorporate it and all that stuff. Maybe not. Who knows? So let's put in front pads and rotors on your 2011 Honda Pilot, and also the rear shocks, which are a piece of cake. And that's it. Oh, and then we got a little sneak peek into the Impala that sits over there. Maybe we'll bring that in next, do a video on that, see what it is. Looks like it's going to be kind of interesting. Not as simple as just, you know, fuse, or I don't think just a bad actuator, or maybe all four of them died. Who knows? Like I said, used car guy, nah. Long story, we'll leave it at that. In the meantime, go down there, click subscribe, ring the bell so you get the notifications. Also find us around our socials, Patreon, Facebook, Google+, about it. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.